Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 4 of A Hearty Conversation. Hopefully this episode won't have a 0.5 afterthought like last week's did. That was only because of the fact that, well, we forgot that this past Sunday was going to be Slammaversary, so we didn't have everything prepared to give you our predictions on the card. But we are prepared this week, and hopefully we won't have a 0.5 episode to attach onto this one. As always, I am Sean Hardy.
And I'm Chris Hardy.
And we had a few different things go on this week. We've actually got a lot of stuff to talk about. This episode just might be a three-parter. For all you Hardy Conversation fans out there in cyberspace, you might actually get a full almost 30 minutes of us two goofballs talking about wrestling.
Brought to you by KFC. Grilled chicken.
And Transformers, Revenge of the Fallen. Hardy Conversation, as always, is being brought to you commercial free. Anyways, last week we had ECW. Our show had been filmed just before ECW aired, which saw the return of Finlay. Not really sure where we're going to be going with him. Is he a heel? Is he a face? Is he just getting revenge for the fact that he got ambushed a couple weeks ago and his eye injured? Where are we going with this? They did announce a championship scramble match for the Bash, which we'll get into during our predictions. But I'm curious where this whole Finlay storyline is going to go.
Yeah, I mean, he's been heel before. You know, he's been face. I mean, if he does turn heel, there's a lot of heels on ECW.
There are a lot of heels. We really need to get some more faces over on ECW. All you really have is Tommy Dreamer and Evan Bourne right now. Christian is a bit of a tweener. Finlay has been face, but with this, he may be going heel. He may be just getting revenge. He may be becoming a tweener. Just about everybody else over on ECW is heel.
Yes.
TNA Impact was decent.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything fantastic. There was a real funny promo with Black Machismo, Jay Lethal, Consequences Creed, Motor City Machine Guns, and SoCal Val, where they referenced the gimmick done about a year and a half ago, where SoCal Val was being the Miss Elizabeth to Black Machismo's Randy Savage impression. Pretty funny. Other than that, it was just a whatever type of show.
Yeah. Superstars,
pretty much the same. It wasn't great. It wasn't boring. It was just kind of
Yeah.
WWE's shows are starting to really take a downturn. Apparently the show is also brought to you by Shasta Orange, caffeine free. WWE shows lately have been taking a little bit of a downfall. It's almost making me not want to tune in, I'm going to be honest. There's only been a couple things happening lately that have been keeping my interest. TNA hasn't been much better. I'm actually starting to itch for some of the old independent shows that I used to go to because that was always much better. No BS storylines, just good action wrestling.
Yep.
Why don't you go ahead and talk to us about SmackDown and Raw?
SmackDown last week, kind of the same thing. Didn't really have much. Was basically building up to the Bash. You know, Jeff Hardy versus CM Punk. We have Edge, kind of neutral too. You know, face a little bit and heel a little bit. Ray and Jericho for the Intercontinental Championship, right back and forth of who could upstage who. That's really about it. Nothing best. And we did have R-Truth teaming up with Crime Time. That was probably the funniest thing of the night.
And this past week on Raw, which was brought to you commercial free, just like a Hardy Conversation, featuring Donald Trump as the new owner. You know, we called it last week that this angle would not go on for long. Chris actually gave it the benefit of the doubt, said it would go to Survivor Series. It lasted one whole week.
Yeah.
The stocks plummeted after they announced Trump as the owner, and I think that's the only reason they ended it as quickly as they did. People did not like the fact that Donald Trump was getting his hands in the raw cookie jar, so to speak, and as soon as stockholders and traders found out about that. They got rid of their stock because they were so opposed to it. If that hadn't happened, this storyline very well could have carried off to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And for the record, I'm glad it didn't. I have nothing against Donald Trump. I watch The Apprentice religiously. But you stay over in your boardroom with your has-been celebrities, and Vince can keep his half-assed wannabe workers at the top. His muscle heads, his 5 moves of doom people. Yeah. Stay with your respective areas. Slammaversary. My, did we tank on Slammaversary.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I'm a little bit surprised at the way that TNA went with a couple of these. A couple of them don't really surprise me, but a couple of them I'm scratching my head on. Suicide retaining the X Division title. We kind of saw that one coming. We did say that Suicide retained, and then we gave like somebody that we thought might become the new champion. So we did see a retain there. Daniels beating the franchise. I totally missed the mark on that one, but Chris nailed it.
Yep.
They didn't allow Tara to become the new Knockouts champion.
That was stupid.
I don't know why. It was a decent finish from what I read. We didn't invest in it. Hairspray to the eyes, that old trick. It made sense, but Tara really needed to get that belt.
Yeah.
She is going to be able to take your Knockouts division to new levels. Just the same way that Gail Kim did when she was wrestling there.
Yep.
You need to give Tara the strap. You didn't do it this time. You need to do it either on an Impact the next couple weeks or do it at the next pay-per-view. Trust us.
Yeah. Because Angelina Love, or whatever you want to call her, Kelly, some blonde girl with a belt, is not a good wrestler. You need to get someone that can actually wrestle. I mean, you know, she's one of the best wrestlers in the whole world as a woman. She's been in WWE, she's been in ROH, she's been in TNA. She knows what she's doing. I mean, you got to give her the belt.
You had Beer Money Inc. take the straps away from Team 3D.
Called that.
We knew that was going to happen. I mean, hell, Team 3D was defending the belts like in 3 different places. They had like a 20-hour flight to Japan, then a 20-hour flight back home. Jet lag is a mother.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say, okay? If for no other reason you knew that Beer Money was going to take him off of that.
Yeah.
What else? Matt Morgan did not defeat Steen like we thought he would.
Surprising.
That was very surprising, but Steen has a lot of stroke backstage. If he doesn't think somebody is fit for the Mafia, he's going to make sure that they don't get into the Mafia.
Yep.
We also had a brand new, rehashed TNA World Champion. Kurt Angle has done it for like the 500th time. I swear they're pushing him this hard in TNA because they want him to compete with Ric Flair. He is the next in line to eclipse Flair's record. I believe this now makes Angle either a 13 or a 14-time world champion,
13.
and Triple H is at 12 or 13.
And plus, we've heard rumors of Angle maybe leaving TNA, so, hey Kurt, we'll give you the belt. Please stay with us in TNA so you don't go back to Vince.
But the main shocker of the match was Samoa Joe turning heel. I'm starting to wonder if the whole Nation of Violence advisor thing, you know, everyone is thinking it's Taz.
Yeah.
Starting to wonder if that wasn't just a ruse, and Kurt Angle was his advisor the entire time.
Yeah.
We'll get more into that and other things right after this.